I still think that there's some media members out there that's a little more slighted towards the negative.
You think so?
Especially on Shedeur.
You think so?
Yeah, man. We can pull up a clip.
You want to pull up a clip? Gabe, our producer's in the back. He's gonna pop up.
It all came to a head.
Tony, I be hoping you be. Hold on. Tony, I be hoping you got something positive to say about me. You always say negative stuff about me, and I'm like, I ain't do nothing to you. No. I ain't seen nothing positive that you ever said. I think I'm positive every day. But I'm saying, come on, Tony. What I do to you, Tony?
Look, man, Shedeur's keeping it lighthearted there, but he might have wanted to go in on him a little harder.
He's raised right. He's raised right. He knows how to handle the media in those situations and things like that. Tony Grossi, he's an ESPN or a beat writer for the Cleveland Browns, and he's been a little one-sided in his coverage on Shedeur Sanders. I think
a little bit, man.
Since being
how did we get to that video right there?
So since being drafted in April, Tony Grossi has either gone on radio or written about Shedeur Sanders 12 times. Of those 12 times, nothing was positive, except for after his first preseason game where he said he had a good moment. Like that he had a good moment. You know, he had a great night.
And he didn't even want to say that.
Probably not.
Bro, that goes to speak on and what I said a couple episodes ago about how there's literally guys out here thriving off of negativity. Like that's the only stories that they write, and that's the only reason they got a job right now, because people want to hear those stories.
As I've said before, Cole.
Say it again.
Who consumes negative news?
I mean, there's a consumer for everything.
Thank you. And there may be more consumers for negative news than positive news. Like, it's not my fault if I write a public positive story and it gets 30 clicks, and then I also write a truthful negative story, kinda.
You see, you said also. My man didn't. How many was it? 12. 12. You had 12 opportunities to at least throw one in there, but you took it upon yourself to say.
It has been a little targeted. You know what? Let's provide our viewers a little bit of context. Gabe, if you can punch up Tony Grossi's reports and some of his comments on radio shows about Shedeur.
He's got the fewest reps in camp, and he's got a sore arm. Why? Well, people say he throws a lot before practice and after practice. Well, how counterproductive is that?
I'm sure there's a method to the madness.
What is it?
He's trying to get his arm right, Tone. I'm sure he's probably practiced more now than he has at any point in his career.
Well, it obviously was counterproductive because he's got a sore arm.
Okay.
The man can't even practice. He can't even put the work in that he's been working on all summer. And he's trying to come from being a 5th round pick to having a role on this team, bro. You have to work before and after practice. Like, you have to put as much work in as you possibly can. And sometimes for quarterbacks, a sore arm is gonna come with that.
Look, Tony, you making it hard for me to defend you right now, dude. Like, that comment about a sore arm, I mean, dang, man. Like, ease up. In some of those other videos, he did go on to say, they were like, oh, you know, I heard he looked great today, has a 70% completion percentage from practice and training camp so far. And he was like, I mean, they're in 7-on-7 and no pads are on. They're like 10-yard passes. And one of the reporters on ESPN was like, 10-yard passes don't matter, Tone? Like, you telling me 10-yard passes don't matter? He was like, I mean, yeah, but we're providing context. So, like, I understood where he was coming from, where he's like, we're providing context. Like, yes, he is completing passes, but it's on routes on air, or it's against a defense where they're going to let the receiver catch the ball, like, and the guy can't go to the ground. So I get where he's coming from there. But Tony, some of your stories and mentions are a little predetermined. Just a little bit, it sounded like, from what I've seen. And you know, one thing that I saw, Cole, so after the game, you know, Shedeur did that. Tony got asked about it on one of his podcasts.
What did he say?
He said that he didn't appreciate that moment was recorded by Shedeur's brother, and he didn't appreciate it going viral and getting the attention that it did.
Oh, he didn't appreciate some negative press? Mr. Tony Grossi? You didn't appreciate that out of all people?
And he said that he was surprised that Shedeur came up to him after the game because he had such a great game and it was his night. And he was like, what about this night makes you want to confront me? So that's what Tony said about that.
I ain't gonna lie, that is an interesting subject. Shedeur has been watching Clearly, he's been reading,
Mm-hmm.
and he's looking up his name on Twitter,
as we talked about before. Yes,
looking up his name on Twitter
mm-hmm.
and seeing who's saying negative things and who's not. I think that goes back to something his pop says all the time. Deion Sanders, we keep receipts.
Yeah,
and that's an interesting tactic to employ. I could see using it as motivation, but I could also see you listening too much to the noise as well. Like sometimes, especially in the position that you're at right now, which he's been exhibiting, putting your head down and working is the best thing.
For sure.
But I understand some of that mentality too, man. Michael Jordan, you know, he enlisted that strategy. Anything that you can use as motivation to really put it into your game. So it's a, you know, give and take with that.
It is a little give and take. I mean, one, do I think you should be caring about what the media and guys like me have to say about you? Like, no. I mean, we hold no weight on your career or the success of or failure of your career. Like, we just report on what happens, as I've said in previous episodes.
Look, I respect your opinion.
I'm just saying. It's a little difficult to navigate.
Stand for the truth, otherwise take a knee. Made it to the league, now we gotta take the lead.
Touchdown, Mycole Pruitt.
Must be two sides.